Another thing too is I've always said, that meandering through, bureaucracies, especially from a consumer standpoint. I don't think anybody who is even in the mid-level of a corporation has much power to change policies. They can send all the emails they want, recognizing things, acknowledging issues. Policies seldom change unless it really threatens the current model of the business as a whole. They're not going to rewrite an entire policy on anything, regardless if it's firing, inefficient employees and recognizing the hell out of great ones, all the way down to, the consumer end of it, to slowing down services and, like I mentioned before, the pinching of the arm of the consumer. They seldom even consider rewriting that stuff until their current model that is right now starts to become under threat. When they start seeing numbers decrease in any metric, they see, like I said, they have hundreds of associates threatening to quit. Hey, I'm sick of picking up pennies. This viral thing has really screwed us up. Then maybe they say, we're seeing a loss. We're seeing, talent walk away because of this. That might force them to reconsider writing their payment policy and their delinquency and late policy for payments. Maybe they move towards an individualized approach. Just like they always talk about individualizing education. Say someone says, hey, I'm a small businessman and I can consistently pay 10 days late. They can prove that 2 or 3 times. That's an individual plan that can work for that individual. You know what I mean? Or they look at it from a different perspective. Whatever they choose, to even consider rewriting it, they would obviously need to have their current thing threatened. And so, having said that, I think that that would really be what it takes. It would take a lot of weight on them to even consider it. And the reason I say that, I hate being stuck in rush hour in the morning, but the reason I say that is, for example, when I was up in Duluth, I got a new phone. And the first store that was a franchised AT&T store, they obviously took in my trade-in. I got a new phone. But what they did was they told me, go home, it'll finish uploading, you'll be perfectly fine. Unfortunately, that couldn't have been further from the truth. I went home, my phone was locked, and I had to go to the corporate store, and I needed a way to call Apple support. One of the associates at that corporate store up at Miller Hill Mall, they lended me their personal phone so I could call Apple support and troubleshoot with them. Rest assured, my phone that I had purchased at a different store that was a franchise one, that was fixed by the corporate store, and an employee who went around policy, went above and beyond using his good nature to help solve the problem. To me, that's an associate that should be considered for promotion, should be considered for commendation. But the problem is, like I said, I even reached out to their district manager and said, hey, this guy did phenomenal. Nothing ever came of it. There you go. The bureaucracy. It takes a lot of weight for anything to be considered being changed, rewritten. To me, that's a very sad reality, but it's the one we live in. But like I said, we as a young generation have the power to change this if we choose to.